Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. This is just going to be a quick follow-up on the cut test that I done yesterday, and I'm going to just repair the two blades using this my little strop with kangaroo on it. all the expensive strops I got, and this is probably my most used. I put this Gunny juice on during the week last week. I have used it. I've not topped it up again since. This is a 3 micron Gunny juice, and that's what I'm going to use to strop these back to life again. Because after 150 cuts on cardboard, that's all they need. And I know that because I checked it after the thing. But just a few comments. This stone-washed version on this little Swags iteration here. This is the pocket oh, for God's sake, Stephen, pocket monster. This is the pocket monster designed by Swags. Just a great little utility knife, an EDC knife. Really good. Small, big bellied blade. I find it quite hard to slice with. It's not something I would pick to slice with, but I used it because it's the only one I have in this steel. I've never tried the steel before. And I'm really quite impressed because it's just a powder metallurgy formula from 9CR18. Which is just a numbered steel that we all know. But let me tell you, the powdered metal version, very, very good, I have to say. It cut beautifully, it's kept its edge lovely, and I'll just sort of show you what that edge is like after 150 cuts in cardboard. I haven't touched this. Oh, geez, that was terrible. It's by no means dull, but you can see that there is, there is some there's nothing on the blade. That edge still looks lovely. And the nice thing I like, this is stone washed. And I'll have to say, it's such a smooth stone wash. None of the gunk that you get from cardboard came in this knife at any time during the sharpening, which is surprising because I'll show you the next one. But I'm going to give it a wee strop. It's just 3 micron on this here. And I'm just going to give it a little strop. I really got into this, and it's working on every knife blade that I've used, no matter what the steel. This is quite hard to do behind the, so I'm just giving this a very basic strop. And I've found it in everything that I've used, my daily carries at the end of the night, that I'll give it a quick strop. And I'm using it exclusively for sharp. And it's only 3 micron, they go much lower. I think they go down to 0.25 micron. They've got a full range of it. And they now have it in the UK. So I'll put down the UK fellow that sells it. Just go on to the site that I give you, and if you hit the featured button, just down below, hit featured, and it'll come up and I'll give you all the prices and what selection they have of Gunny products. But he's here in the UK, and he does Europe and the UK. John, he's called. Really nice fella. So there we go. Quick couple of strops on that. I hope you can hear that, because there's a significant difference. This is just receipt paper, and I'm going through it slowly just because, so I want you to get the edge of it and get it right down to the tip. Absolutely, really sharp, super sharp, back again with that Gunny juice. Really enjoyed that. So it's very easy to bring back, which is a good thing. Now D2, a lot of people have trouble with D2. I don't have any trouble with D2. I don't get it. Now, there's this knife. Look at the muck on that there. It's not so bad on this side. This came off one of the last slicing sections that took all the muck off, but that's what it looked like on the other side as well. So I've got a little bit of alcohol here. Oh geez, I just squirted out the window. And I'll put that on there. This is that 70% alcohol, which is now starting to degunk it. Not a lot. That is tough stuff. That's been lying there from yesterday afternoon. So, well, there we go. Got it on a wee cloth. I'm trying to get it off. There we go. It's coming off now. I just wasn't using the cloth right. There you go. That's that. And that's that side. Clean. And always do that before you put it on the strop, because otherwise the strop will take all the gunk off it and it will just gather up on your strop, and it's not a good thing. There we go. There we go, nice clean blade. So, let's just show you this one before it starts. That's the D2. Do you feel how... Now, I know the geometry is a little bit, thicker on this, but not that much. But this D2 is just held an amazing edge. It really has. You'd hardly think it has done anything, and I don't think it even needs this. But it's like any knife. At the end of the day, I'm going to give it a quick strop, and I think that would absolutely do that. I don't see any need for any more because it was sharp enough. And that's just the geometry on that one that was making it hard going through paper. Look at that. That is just superb sharpness. The geometry on this is just perfect for an EDC. It's not too thin that you can't put a bit of torque on it. You can't give it a bit of sidewards. I just think it is super. This is one of the best little, I call it a Barlow, but it's a jackknife. They're rightly so calling it a jackknife, but I think this is just an amazing knife. And I think this should be the knife that you should put this ARPM 9 on this model, give it a different color, a different shield or whatever, but put a stainless version of this on this here. I think this is the perfect knife because this will work on any color because of all the intricate. I just think this is just beautiful. Please put the RPM on that so I can try them both together because they'll both have the same geometry and I can test them against each other properly. And I'm being unfair to this one. It looks a bit cumbersome. It's not. It is a fantastic little knife. I just find hard cutting and slicing with it. You'll find, if you watch the video, you'll see that. But in conclusion, these knives, they're heat treated well. I've sort of tried to show you what they're like. 150 cuts in cardboard is not an easy task for a lot of knives, especially down in the budget range of steels. That to me was a good test, and this was razor sharp, and this was still really sharp after the test, which that's all you can want from a knife. These knives cost between 50 and 60 pound. They are, and the high end of budget, whatever way you want to call it. To me, it's a budget knife. I just think they're absolutely amazing. They are the best by far around, and I can't wait to see them. Oh, cheerio, darling. My wife's away to my wee granddaughter's 9th birthday. They're going somewhere noisy and screamy, and I'm not going. So there we go. But these are just fabulous knives. I've 6 more coming this week. I think I've one locking and the rest are the new slip joints for the beginning of this year. So looking forward to it. Do I recommend them now even more? Yeah, I genuinely do. I mean, again, I've done cut tests myself when I got the knives originally, so I know they were good enough. I just wanted you to see it because that's about what I'll do in a cut test. And if it passes that, to me, the blade steel's pretty good. Do you know what I mean? It's not scientific, but for me it is. It's enough that I know the heat treatment was done well enough, because 150 cuts through cardboard will affect your blade if it's not properly heat treated. Definitely. In my opinion, and it's only my opinion. So there we go. Highly recommend that whole range. This is sort of last year's range. Next year's range is just coming in, and I cannot wait for it, just the start of it. So take care. The Gunny juice I will put down below. This Gunny juice I think is fantastic. I really, really have fallen for it. So I have some more coming. This is 3 micron. I have a 1 micron coming, which will refine it even more. And I just want to buy, either side of it each time, buy something different to see how much it affects the sharpening system. But so far, absolutely super. Throw that there. And a great compliment to these knives. This is just super to bring them back. Right, Paddy's away. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday, and I'll have another wee video later on this afternoon. It's a wee debate video. So there you go. All right, take care. Bye-bye now.